Bench press isn't what builds that thick upper body. Dips do. Most people think dips is just a strength exercise, but when you train it right, it can completely change how your upper body looks. And if you look at athletes who train it, their physiques look very different, almost like sculpted. Dips build a level of upper body density isolation work we'll never give you. Thicker chest, wider shoulders, and defined triceps that pop from every angle. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how dips can dramatically change your physique, the science behind it, and how to train it properly so you can build that thick, powerful upper body. The different look. If you start paying attention to people who do a lot of dips, you'll notice something interesting. Their upper body doesn't just look muscular, it looks different. Gymnasts, calisthenics athletes, and guys who can casually rep out deep dips tend to have this thick, compact look. The lower chest hangs with that defined shelf. The shoulders look full from every angle, and the triceps look dense, almost carved in. What's strange is that many of these athletes aren't doing complicated chest days. They're not cycling through endless machines or isolating every angle. A lot of the time, their training is simply focused on dips and a lot of repetition. Yet the result often looks more complete than what you'd expect from standard gym training. So that raises a question. If pushing is pushing, why does the physique look so different? Because when you train dips properly and progress the overload, you're not just building muscle. You're forcing your chest, shoulders, and triceps to grow in a way most exercises simply can't match. Let me explain. Why dips actually work. So why does this one movement hit so different? In a dip, your arms move behind your body, and that puts your chest and shoulders in a loaded stretch, the kind people instinctively avoid. And that's exactly why it works. But here's the real difference. The hardest part of a dip is actually at the bottom, where your muscles are stretched and disadvantaged. That's where most people fail, and where the most growth happens. So instead of spreading effort across the rep, dips stack it right where it matters. And over time, that changes how your upper body actually develops.
So let me get this straight. I just start spamming dips and my upper body will blow up?
Well, not exactly. Even if you start training dips consistently, if you don't know how to actually do them properly, you're not going to get those results. Which brings us to how to actually train dips. To get the most out of dips, you first need to perform the movement correctly, and you don't need to overcomplicate it. Point A is the top position, where you're slightly leaning forward, almost like you're trying to bring your chest toward the bars. Point B is the bottom, where your arms reach about a 90-degree angle. Fully lock out the rep. That last inch is what really forces your triceps to grow and gives them that dense horseshoe look. And here's something most people completely miss. It's not just about doing dips, it's about how much you do them. Because once your form is locked in, higher reps start to change everything. Instead of just chasing strength, you're forcing your muscles to stay under tension longer, accumulate more fatigue, and adapt in a way that builds that dense, full upper body look. But that only happens if you are progressing on the long run. If the stimulus doesn't increase, neither does the body.
Bro, did you just make that up?
Anyway, this is exactly where things start to feel interesting. The progressive overload trap. Most people treat dips like a finisher, something you throw in at the end of a workout when you're already toasted. But if you want that unrecognizable physique, you have to treat them like a primary lift. So perform your dips right after your warm-up as the first exercise. Now, once you can comfortably hit sets of 15 to 20 reps with your body weight, your body stops needing to build density and starts building endurance. To keep that thick, sculpted look coming, changing the stimulus is a must. You can't expect a sculpted chest if you aren't giving the muscle a reason to get harder. There are two ways to do it, and you should be using both. First, there's the weighted path. Strapping a plate to a dip belt changes the game completely. On top of your body weight, you're adding extra resistance, forcing your muscles to support a load they've never felt before. Then there's the tempo path. Not everyone has access to weights, and that's fine, because you don't actually need more weight, you need more tension. When you slow the rep down, especially on the way down, you force your muscles to stay under load in that stretched position at the bottom. And that's where growth really happens. But here's the truth, even with perfect form and progression, it won't matter if you're not actually training often enough. Frequency and volume. You don't build a physique like this by doing dips once a week. If you want real change, you need frequency, but not random volume. 2 sessions a week is enough if you do it right. One day is heavy, where you're adding weight and pushing strength in lower reps. The other is high-rep bodyweight work, where you chase tension, burn, and control. That combination is what gives you the best of both worlds. And that's when dips stop being just another exercise and start becoming the foundation of your physique. And dips are only part of it. Because if you don't balance your upper body, that aesthetic physique will always feel out of reach. Which brings us to the final rule. Dips will build you a strong upper body, but that's only half of it. Because if all you ever do is push, your physique is never going to look complete. You'll get thickness from dips, but you're missing the width, the back, the shape that actually makes everything stand out. That's why pull-ups matter. They build your back, widen your frame, and give you that V-taper that makes your whole upper body look bigger. If you can't do pull-ups yet, start there. I made a free 0 to 5 pull-ups guide that shows you exactly how to get your first reps. It's linked below in the description. In the meantime, here's how to increase your pull-up reps fast.